You know, I mean, look at all your starch cravings. That's all definitely, I mean, there's nothing healthy about starch. And yet, you know, people crave it out the yin yang. And of course, that's your fungus problems. And then you can have some proteolytic, you can have worms and things. You start craving dead animals and rare dead animals. Matter of fact, if you have tapeworms, you can really love bloody meat. Anything that revolts me more than to see blood coming out of meat. I just can't deal with that. I want to throw up now. My sister got that. She would just tell them to just throw that steak on one side and throw it on the other and let it walk out to me. And I'm thinking, you got something going on there. You got some tapeworms. Sure enough, when I detoxified my sister, 3 large tapeworms and heads this big. Unreal. They said that, so I don't know about dying, but I'm also bored by eating the same old stuff. Well, you have to change your viewpoint, because we're getting a lot of this raw food books out there and a lot of raw food restaurants. And it is, you see that humans, how they like to, you know, take things and play with them and keep making them and make them different and stuff. I changed my perspective on things, Shelby. I realized that simplicity was the key, and my body said, I agree with you. So I like bowls of fruit instead of trying to be real creative with that, or salads, things that are simplistic. I admit I like some cooked vegetables occasionally, no question. I like broccoli and carrots and onions cooked together. I kind of like stuff like that. And, you know, once in a while I like stuff like that with a salad. It's just, you know, life in the fast lane. But you just do, you know, when you're working your health issues, there's so many cofactors here that you have to understand that's involved. It's like they're talking about this this last West thing and all this. There's just no books written that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So there's so many factors of not digesting your foods properly, not absorbing your foods properly, and not utilizing your foods properly. Those 3 things can make you feel like you're starving. And you are, for some degree of nutrition. There'll be others that are higher thinkers that disagree with the whole concept of nutrition entirely. So there are a lot of thinkers out there. So all I can tell you is that you'll feel better the simpler you eat and the more mono eating, like all the other animals that you eat. It's just this, the mind. And sometimes your mind starts chattering and the desires for everything comes in, especially when you're changing your whole life into this more simplistic, more energetic, more nutritional view. All the others, well, what about all the other stuff? So people go and dip a little bit. Okay, that's the nature of things. Nobody's judging here. What do you guys do? Get your cows in. If you forget about calories, you'll have a better way to go. Remember on the news, just last year, they're telling you less calories now, the better. That's the latest in science. The less calories, the better. We're not talking about calories. We're talking about magnetics, and we're talking about, well, that's really about all, to tell you the truth. That expresses itself in the form of chemistry, of course. Let me see here. Sick of bananas and dates, but my stomach is too small to accommodate large amounts of food. Well, you shouldn't have large amounts of food, dear one. You should have smaller amounts more often. So have 20 bowls of fruit a day. I mean, if you want 20 bowls of cooked vegetables, go ahead. If you want 20 bowls of dead animal tissue, go ahead. But to get healthy, you got to go to the bowls of fruit, berries, and melons, and maybe a salad. That's how you get healthy. If you don't want to be healthy, then you can go eat the other stuff if you want. Thanks for the zucchini hummus idea. Unfortunately, I have an allergy to tahini. Well, if you clean out your body, you shouldn't. You should be able to deal with the sesame stuff. So there's all levels that you can play with this. This is about detoxification and the journey to getting well. And I've got to go. I got a dear friend out there fighting his way through cancer, and we need to keep pulling him through that. Hi there. Thanks for all that you do. You have a big thanks. This is a TRES camp, Trees Camp. My friend's 7-year-old daughter was just diagnosed with scoliosis. Oh my God. She's got a 28-degree curve, wow, in her spine. That's almost a 30-degree curve. Is it possible? Oh, absolutely is it possible. And especially at 7 years old, you want to hit this parathyroid big time. You want to hit her kidneys and adrenals and get her little lymph system moving. That's number one. Number two, we have to make sure she's utilizing calcium. That's how, between moving that lymph and utilizing calcium, that spine will pull itself straight, particularly in a 7-year-old, and especially if you get them on raw foods. This 7-year-old should be on high fruit berries and melons for brain growth and lymph cleansing. A lot of coconuts for, again, more brain and nerve development. You can have her on a green drink if you want a little more muscle or something on this girl. But in reality, take her down that road and you'll be well. You could supplement her diet with a little kelp. Probably be a good idea to give her a little kelp, either powdered on something she doesn't know or give her a little tablet if she can take it. Kelp would be a good supplement for this young one. And which fruits and herbs would be recommended she consume? We are also wondering how long the process might take. Well, I think here's hugs and kisses to you. I'll say this. In most scoliosis cases, we see curvature starting to turn up to the year. We've seen. I told you about this spinal cord case. We have a spinal cord video. It's only like $12 or something. You might want to view that for that sort of thing for this girl. You'll see 2 quads on there. Keep in mind, how old and everything that was. But you'll see what that one quad story. And I did put I think I put the Fox story on him. Fox News came in and filmed a story about him. And so I think that's on there. I'll put some of these stories that Fox News and ABC News filmed on us. I'll get that up on YouTube sometime for you. So we've had a lot of good stories published in newspapers and also put on the news. But I would say get set for 1 year to 2 years. And I'm only saying that to give you time where you don't freak out if it doesn't happen quicker. But it will happen in the advent of her growth. And this is a good thing that you're looking at this now at 7 years old. You want, before they stick a rod in and everything else, you want her body to get corrected now, because this means a lot of other problems to her, not just skeletal. Remember, depression, and with her kidneys and adrenals, you're looking at the autonomic nervous system, you're looking at the lymphatic systems. So all these things, yes. All these things must be considered and get this little girl healthy. It's all about dosages and stuff. The protocols are similar. The younger the child, though, for your healers out there, you don't need to do 2 lymphatics and two kidneys. 1 will suffice. Generally do the tinctures with the younger folks. Those will suffice. 1 lymphatic, 1 kidney number 1 will suffice. A little adrenal, definitely a little bit of a parathyroid, or use the endocrine gland formula. This could be a pituitary problem, suppressing the parathyroid, so the endocrine gland formula is a perfect formula for that. But a little kelp supplementation would help, but get this little baby on raw foods. There's no question. This 7-year-old needs to be on raw food. Not a baby, but 7 years old needs to be on raw food. See, Basie, does anybody know what makes Dr. Morse? Oh, I already answered that. Answered that. Oh. Thank you, Theo Mini 222. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate you taking your precious time and viewing them. So thank you too. Think of all of you guys for taking your time out and getting yourself well and learning. I'm proud of all of you. It's hard to break tradition. It's hard to break through these things. And yet, inside of you, there's this driving force to know, to experience, to be more of yourself, to understand who you are, to be healthy. And that's the driving force you need to grab a hold of and let all these traditional ideas and all these concepts and all these theories melt away, and we create new truth and honesty and integrity. I like all that together. I think we need it. We need to show all these counterparts of spirituality, because we obviously don't have it around in our governments and stuff, and we need to start promoting that. Integrity and honesty and working together. Let's put our heads together. This is the new governments of the world, people that can do that and sit around and say, how can we as one work together and create a superior planet? It'd be fun. Something different. What are your thoughts on Andre? Oh, yeah, I already said that. M carbone 4. I love that. We're not going to take it. I love that. No, we ain't going to take it. We. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, Mother Nature heals. I just love your icon here. My God. These are the kind of pictures we need to fill the halls of our governmental offices and our schools. The halls of beauty and light and love and ecstasy and joy. You know, we need to understand that we can make this lower level more fun and the movies better. And we don't always have to have this blow 'em up movie stuff. This is part 2 of her issues. Many foods do not sit well with her anymore due to being diabetic for 25 years. She still avoids most sugars, high carbs, and juices. I suggested she start adding more fruit, which she is trying for the next month. I'm concerned about her long-term due to constantly taking the anti-rejection herbs. Oh, yes, 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 yes. This is the islets transplant, right? I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, she has to make these decisions on herself. But all I can say is that this is the kind of quandaries that that some of these medical doctors do get us into when they don't understand that there is regeneration and that some of these issues are neurological issues. So we really just have to share information more, perhaps. I say to this person, don't be afraid. Roll up your sleeves and tackle this and overcome your type 1. Review all these videos, review my diabetes videos, and really grab this and you'll and pull yourself out of this. You are going to be in abutment with your conventional allopaths. So what? They have nothing for you. You know, you're only controlling your blood sugar at the expense of weakening your islets. You can't take insulin and make islets or beta cells healthier. Remember, insulin is a hormone. You can't do that. Steroids the same way. You can't take them and expect to come out of it. Not going to happen, because the message you're giving to the body is the opposite. The message you need to get to your cells of your body is get your butts up and get well. Oh, hey, sweetheart. Thanks for answering that question. I already do ear candles and and plan to do detox even more. Too bad I cannot use your herbs, but I will do what I can. I would love to give you my herbs somehow, Bo. Someday it'll be a reality. Thank you, guys. I got to run. Love you all. This is my Friday, and I am getting hungry for a salad. I've been trying to fast on fruit here, but a salad is starting to sound pretty good to me. And so I think I'm going to go have a salad. We have a Jason's Deli down here that has all organic stuff on their salad bar. So, and I love red peppers. I love red peppers on a salad and cucumbers and stuff like that. So I've been fasting for the last few days, and now I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to do a salad. I love you all. You have fun, and thank you again for taking your precious time out and learning and growing. This is will only make you happy in the future, and I know a lot of you are going through your ups and downs, and there's so many misconceptions and concepts and ideas, and that's okay. We just burn through them. The only way you're going to know is tackle it on, wear the robe, and see for yourself. I think a lot of you YouTubers are showing people just what is. Those of you who are coming out of pain after years, I think those testimonies speak for themselves. Not everybody can do that for others, so I just think that you're seeing the power of this level of healing. And this is right in with the God Force, so you guys are just right on beings. Pleasure to know and work with all of you. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.